You're about to enjoy an It Takes Three Network podcast.
Do you love him?
Yeah, I really do.
Do you think he loves you?
Well, sometimes he grabs my hand and he squeezes it for no reason. I mean, what else could that mean?
Okay.
Liz was saying she has so many quotes.
I have a ton of quotes this episode.
That's exciting to hear.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back to Let's Talk OC and OC podcast. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Liz.
And this week we're talking about Season 4, Episode 14, The Shakeup. Original air date, February 8th, 2007. Written by John Stevens and directed by Ian Toynton. Toynton. Taylor's birthday approaches and she knows exactly what she wants, and Summer helps Taylor come up with a plan to help Ryan express his feelings. Meanwhile, Caitlin misbehaves outrageously in reaction to Julie dating Frank. That's putting it lightly.
Very lightly. Very.
Yeah. The scoop of the week provided by our buddy Mike, Del_Vasto on Instagram. He says the scoop of the week is Ben & Jerry's Chocolate Shake It.
Oh, cute.
This is a chocolate malt milkshake ice cream with marshmallow swirls topped off with morsels of salted fudge.
Ooh, that
right?
sounds delicious. I've never would even think of any of these flavors of ice cream.
Same, I didn't even know it existed.
I feel like I have a very limited, not that I have a limited palate, but my limited knowledge of ice cream flavors.
And I also think because I only eat dairy-free ice cream.
So it's very limiting.
You're pretty much given what you see. If you see a peanut butter buttercup, you're like,
oh, shit.
Yes,
yeah,
we're getting fancy. Mm-hmm. But he continues with, besides shake, in quotes, being in both the name of the flavor as well as the episode title, I also chose this because of the flavor itself. First, we have the malted milkshake ice cream. Malt, as people may know, is an ingredient in beer, and it is made by drying or roasting barley. This pauses the germination process of the barley. I want to focus on the action of pausing or stopping in this episode. Caitlin is trying to slow down Julie and Frank's relationship. So scientific.
Right? And Ryan is also, well, and Taylor's like trying to speed up.
Well, right. She expressed to Julie at the end that they're moving way too fast and she just wants Julie and Caitlin time for a bit. As for Ryan and Taylor, we have those three small words that are preventing their relationship from moving forward. Taylor wants him to say it and asks her to go to Berkeley with him. Seth's life is on a bit of a pause as he seemed to lose interest in everything, which leads Summer to give him a project to do to try and make him passionate about something. The pauses that are occurring are due to obstacles that are happening in life. These obstacles are the hard parts of life. The cookie crumble covered part of the fudge bits, but we find ways to work around these obstacles and smooth things out, which can be both the fudge bits as well as the fluffy marshmallow swirls.
God, it's making me hungry.
I know. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. Always.
Wow. So detailed. I feel like since we've given him the task, he overachieves.
Yeah, he's an overachiever.
Every week,
sure.
And we super appreciate it, and we hope everyone else also appreciates it. Before we get into it, Liz, what did you think of this episode?
I'm not sure. I'm on the fence. I like pretty much cried at the end, though. Like,
yeah,
bawled. I'm like, what's wrong here, Alyssa? You need to get it together.
Yeah.
Beginning to mid, I don't know. There's something, and
if you want to save it, you can save it.
I'll save every little tiny detail, but overall, I'm upset that I'm not really loving the Taylor Ryan stuff.
Okay, I'm so glad you feel that way because it's exactly how I feel.
Okay, good. I love Taylor. I am feeling a lot less love these last 2 weeks, which stinks. It sucks because I remember the first time around being like, this is so cute, and I really like them together. But once we discuss and dive in, maybe I'll feel a little bit more settled in, like, it's the timing of everything. I feel something is off, so we'll get into it.
Yeah.
But that's just my overall gist for the moment.
I actually feel exactly the same way.
Like, I don't know how to feel.
Right.
And I didn't really have, like, an MVP or shittiest. I was like, oh, it's kind of just like a bleh.
Same. Oh, my God. I can't believe that.
Okay, so I guess we watched it the same way and our same eyes.
But I also, at the end, got very emotional.
Very emotional. Extremely emotional. And I don't know if that's because obviously it's a traumatic thing that happens. And then you see all your couples and they're like hovering over each other. And then Kirsten with the baby. Like I could cry right now.
I know.
It's just very overwhelming.
I know.
And also, I guess because like a calm before the storm. Like maybe that's why they did it. The episode, but yet not. So anyway, go into it.
All right. So the episode opens up. It's nighttime at the Cohens. We pan over the pool and there's these two big floats.
Yeah.
Whale floats. And then we start to see shaking. The water is rumbling. The pool house is shaking. Glass is breaking and furniture starts to fall. And then we get 72 hours earlier.
Yeah. I didn't remember they opened the episode showing you what was going to happen.
Kind of like a full circle.
Yeah, and then like, the anticipatory stress.
Yeah.
The whole episode, especially towards the end and everything is like wrapping up and you're like, wait, we still have to deal with this?
Right.
So, ooh.
So Summer and Taylor are at the plaza. They're talking about Taylor's birthday. Summer doesn't want to buy Taylor lingerie as a present. She's like, can you just give me something else to buy you? Taylor wants... Really, all she wants is for Ryan to ask her to go to Berkeley with him because she already applied and got in. And the only way they think this could work is if Ryan says he loves her.
Right, because going to Berkeley together, potentially 4 more years. So they're not going to just go to Berkeley together if it's not a serious
relationship.
thing.
Right.
So I understand, but also... Can you tell me how long they've been dating? Because, and now I'm putting 2 and 2 together. She says, we're going to go in
6 months.
6 months. That means it's April.
Correct.
So that means Taylor's birthday is in April. Did we know that or it was supposed to be in July?
Or February, March, April, May, June, July, August. It could be. It could be February still.
It could be February.
Yes, because... February, March, April, May, June, July, August. They could start Berkeley in August.
Yeah. I know. I was kind of rounding up.
So we have some of that in our questions and comments about that, but the timeline is screwy here.
Yeah. Okay.
And like we complained, where's this show Bible?
So if it's only February, let's say, they've only been dating maybe 2 months.
Right.
Because before the holidays... It's kind of when things got more serious.
Right. I mean, I think things got serious at Christmas.
And very quickly.
Because they fell off the roof together. Yes. Comas bond you.
Right.
And then besides that, beforehand, it was just kind of like making out very, very light.
And even Taylor said, I don't want a relationship. I just got out of a marriage. And now you go full in.
And a season for Peaches, that whole situation.
Right. And so they haven't even had that like true grit relationship to be like, yeah, I love you.
Well, this is what we were saying last week too. Is it because it's too escalated that we can't get on board? It does, but then we talked about when you know.
Yeah,
you knew
exactly.
I know.
So then I'm like,
it's really tough.
Let's just say it is maybe March or April. All right, maybe it's been 4 months. Not so crazy. Mm-mm. But February to me, I don't know why, the 2-month mark made me feel like uncomfortable with it. And this entire episode, really, I struggled to be happy with the way things were going. So,
well, anyway, so they're talking about this. They're at the pier. And Summer makes a joke that Ryan discussing his feelings is like an earth-shattering event.
It is. He never does.
Right. But then they sit down and there's a newspaper on the table and it says how it's earthquake weather. Mm-hmm. And how many times are they going to say the big one's coming? And it actually never does. It almost makes you wish it would. And this just sets everything up.
Yeah. And Taylor's the one who said it on her birthday. So it's like you wished it.
Right. Exactly. At the pool house, Ryan is trying to get ready for work. Taylor appears in the yard because she's so thankful that he's planning a birthday party for her.
Which is great. That's so nice.
It's very sweet. She usually spends her birthdays watching 16 Candles and talking on a gypsy hotline. She then brings up Berkeley. And this is where we find out that it's 6 months away.
Right.
And Taylor is being very obvious, hinting that they should be discussing this. Do you ever think about this? They're on the cusp of something. And Ryan is totally clueless, just eating a croissant.
Yeah, he's like, man, this croissant's so good. Where'd you get this at? What do you say, Bob's or something? It was funny.
It is funny, but sometimes I feel like Ryan is so over the top clueless to the point where
maybe he's doing it on purpose.
I don't know, because then there's other times where he's not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that dumb, like, what? Like I never would win that on Ryan.
When it comes to the relationship parts of his life.
Yeah.
He's a little clueless.
Yeah. At the Roberts, Julie and Frank are in the kitchen acting all lovey-dovey.
Oh, yeah. Things are hot and heavy there.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, my God, you cook too? And she's, Caitlin walks in.
Like, please stop.
She's so disgusted. She notices Frank has a duffel bag and it's on the floor. She makes comments about him moving in and was that bag a gift from jail? And the way she's acting is just completely rude. But you know what? She's a teenager.
Right.
Julie, here we go. Moving on to someone else.
Right.
I get it.
And she loved the bullet. And like,
right.
Was that the bullet's last appearance?
No.
It wasn't. Okay.
Later on, Caitlin meets with Frank at the plaza to talk to... Frank went to talk to her one-on-one to kind of, I don't know, come to a mutual ground of like, hey, what's it going to take for us to make this work? Why do you have a problem with me? And she's like, I don't have a problem with you. I don't care that you were in prison. You're boring.
Yeah.
The bullet went to prison and he's awesome. Say something funny. Make me laugh.
He's like, okay, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah. And he's just trying to convince her to give him a chance. Well, after this talk, Julie is at home. She sees Frank's duffel bag, opens up, and it's filled with clown porn.
How did she get that so quickly and get it in his bag so quickly?
Right? I mean, like there's
like 20 of magazines.
So then later on, Julie questions Frank on this, and it is and she understands because she's like, I know you've been in prison for a while.
Yeah, like,
but clown porn?
He's like, that's just not mine.
It's not mine. And so they figure out that it's Caitlin, and Frank is like, it's fine. She's just hazing me.
Yeah, I get it. Like, he's acting cool about it.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to flip out.
There's no way that you could go into a relationship with someone who has a teenager and them not to be defensive and bullshit like this.
Especially,
so he knows what he's getting himself into.
Right. And especially since last episode and last time we saw them, it was Valentine's Day. He knows Julie was supposed to be with Bullet and Caitlin loves Bullet.
Yeah. So he's like,
I get it.
I get it. I have to just walk on eggshells around this girl for now until she comes around to me.
Yeah. So Kirsten attends prenatal yoga.
Oh,
she sees Holly.
Holly is so goddamn gorgeous. Like, I'm staring at this face. I'm like, it's illegal to be this beautiful. She's so beautiful. But anyway.
You heard it here first, folks. Holly is shocked to see Kirsten, but tells her that this class is so good because Holly's worked too hard on this body to be turned into a baby factory.
Yeah, and all of her friends are like, we have 6-packs. We're going to have it when we come out.
The 6-pack pack.
The 6-pack pack.
And so Kirsten meets all of them, and Holly's like, well, or one of them was like, why can't you have a baby and a 6-pack? And then points out Molly the mammoth in the background.
She's like a normal, almost full-term pregnancy.
I know. But anyway, Holly just absolutely is obsessed with 6-pack pack, and she's like, so cute. Don't you want to barf? And Kirsten's like, every day.
Barfing.
Every day. So after class, Kirsten visits Sandy at work, and she tells him about the yoga and that the people in Newport are absolutely awful.
Yeah. She's like, I hate this town. These people are awful. And Sandy's like, well, you lived here your whole life, so we can move.
Yeah. He's like, it's been like this the whole time. Right. Sorry you feel this way.
It's funny how she went beyond those people. Like, she could have become that. She grew up in Newport her whole life. We see her and Taryn friends in last week's episode. She could have gone that path. She just, I guess Caleb made her a different version.
Kind of, I think Holly to me is, as she calls them, the Noopsie Weds.
Yes.
And her group, they work out, they shop, their husbands make the money.
How Julie would be if she had a rich husband right
which
now.
Which is totally fine, right? But Kirsten, ran the Newport group.
Yeah, she worked.
I
wonder if that has to do, like, just being in the house with Caleb her whole life. Well, and Haley. I always forget about Haley. I miss Haley.
Love Haley.
Come on, bring the sister back.
Proud of Haley and where she is.
Me too.
You know?
So, like, he bred those girls to be like, no, you're going to work So I guess Kirsten came out on the other side where she could have very well been just like Holly and all the rest of them.
Right. Yeah.
She's like, I hate them.
I know. She actually tells Sandy about the six-pack pack, which Sandy makes a joke of, can he join? Because he does sit-ups. It's very funny. But in the meantime, he mentions that they should go out with Spitz and his wife.
Yeah, it's been a long time since him and Spitzy have been out.
Yeah. And so they meet at the club. We meet Carrie, who's Spitz's wife, and she is a noopsie.
I love her. She cracked me up. She's another one. Do you remember her from the Babysitters Club?
Yes!
Stacy.
I love the Babysitters Club.
I loved the Babysitters Club. She's also from other things. And as she grew up, I'm always like, Stacy from the Babysitters Club.
Did you watch the new Babysitters Club?
I didn't. I heard it was good things about it, though.
I think Alicia Silverstone is in it.
Is she?
Yeah.
Maybe I should watch it.
I know, maybe I should too. I just
love the
would
original.
hate to be like, man, I just want the original.
Yeah, I know. And I read the books too.
Me
And
too.
the books are great. And so I'm sure it's just as good for like someone who is probably our age when the first Babysitters Club
Right.
came out. So.
Right. Anyway, so when we walk into the club and we're at the yacht club and we see Carrie and Spitz, Carrie's on the phone
She's like, hey, bitch.
with one of her friends. Yeah. And she's like, oh, yeah, she's going through something. And she's just so obnoxious and rude. She makes a point to say, like, can we convince Spitz to get out of the soup kitchen and get him a real job?
And then she's saying shit about babies.
Well, not only that, there's a baby crying in the background. And she's like, can you take that thing outside? And it's her
own
baby.
baby. Her own baby.
With the nanny. And she's like, oh, please. Like, oh, that's just my child. You know, it's fine.
I'm surprised to see Spitzy with this
Me
kind of
too.
lady.
And I also wonder because when Sandy and Spitzy became friends and they both got the call on the golf course, remember, from their wives. And they're like, wow, my wife is trying to check up on me. Do you think they knew the whole time they were going to write her? I don't know. Or is this
Probably
just,
not.
right?
I don't know why they decided to go the route. I mean, hey, it's funny. I just didn't picture it.
Yeah. Yeah.
To me, I feel like Spitzy would have had to have a lot more money for Carrie to be with him.
Agreed.
So the fact that Spitzy is kind of on the basic normal side of the Newport and then she marries him, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Unless he decided, like, I'm going to go with my... But he hates his job.
I know.
I don't know.
know.
You guys let us know what you think.
Yeah. I think this was just to drive home the fact of like
The
they want to
noopsie.
get out
Yeah.
of there. But so Sandy and Kirsten go to leave and Carrie's like, you're not bailing on me just because you're pregnant. And Kirsten's like, well, no, I'm an alcoholic because Carrie wants to go to clubs.
Yeah, like, let's go drink. Let's leave these guys at home. And she's like, well, no.
And Carrie goes, oh my God, me too.
Like, you can't really... I mean, it's fun. It's supposed to be comical, but, like, that's
It's
fucked
not.
up.
So then Kirsten's like, no, we're actually going to go. And she goes, don't worry, just call me if you need baby advice.
Kirsten's like, no problem. I'll do that. And then
Right.
she goes, those guys were so lame.
But Spitz is so embarrassed.
He's the whole time.
But,
So
like,
it's like, how are you married to someone like that?
You know
then?
your wife.
Right. So then you either love her anyway or you don't.
Right.
I know the whole time he's like hiding under the table.
It's awful.
Really bad.
Anyway, so before Taylor's birthday party, Summer visits Ryan at work because she's picking up Seth, and they're heading to an art show sponsored by George. So she's checking in on Ryan to see if he's ready for the party, and he tells her, yeah, I'm ready. I even got her a gift, and it's a collection of poems that Taylor has translated, and he bounded them.
What a nice gift.
Beautiful.
Very, very creative for Ryan.
Yeah.
Because teddy bear gummy bears.
From the gas
From
station.
the gas station.
Right. Summer's so impressed by this, but she also mentions that, you know, have you said I love you yet? Like she's trying to dig.
Yeah, she's like, that would be great, being that you already love her. And Ryan's like, wait, what?
Wait, I didn't say those
I
words.
never said that.
Does Taylor want that?
Obviously.
And Summer's like, no, I don't know anything. Don't worry about it. And so Ryan's like, oh, well, I haven't told her yet. And Summer's like, oh, yeah, no, I just assumed that that's going on.
She was trying.
Later that evening, Taylor and Ryan are hanging out. They're watching The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Like the real version.
Yeah.
Not the, obviously, that we know as the cartoon
Right.
version.
And Taylor keeps talking over the film about how Quasimodo obviously falls for Esmeralda.
Yeah, wouldn't you?
And trying to like make it parallel to her and
Oh,
Ryan.
like how beautiful. He loves her. He'd do anything for her. He just tells her he loves her. And Ryan's like, Taylor.
And Ryan is just like not getting it, over his head. And he's like, can you rewind it? Because I'm missing these
right,
parts.
like you're talking to me and now I don't know what's happening.
Right.
Because he even says like, Taylor. And she's like, what? He's like, I don't know what happened. So
can you rewind it?
She's like disappointed.
Yeah.
And then she's like yelling at the TV, like, me and Quasi are in the same boat or something so dramatic.
So Taylor is obviously so upset by this that she needs... Taylor is obviously so upset by this, she decides she's going to decline her scholarship to Berkeley.
Yeah, so quickly.
I know. And Summer suggests that all they need to do is think differently how to get these words out of him. They just have to loosen him up.
But because Taylor says, I think he loves me because sometimes he squeezes my hand. Mm-hmm. That means something, right?
Mm-hmm. I actually really liked that quote.
I think it's very sweet. I also had that quote.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. But funny that she thinks that he loves her. And I feel like we said last week, like when you know.
Yes.
It's very clear that she loves him, but also would she love anyone? Probably.
Yes.
She has.
Yes,
so
that's the problem.
She loves love. She is Henri and Michelle. And so her kind of like hoping that Ryan loves her, I feel like she stretched there.
Yeah.
But we'll get into it more.
Right. So Summer and Seth, they go to this art show and Seth is just ranting on all the short films. He's acting super pretentious and kind of a dick.
Yeah. And I feel like, where did this come from? He just like, I guess we're supposed to build up that Summer's finding herself.
Yeah.
What's Seth been up to?
Right.
So I feel like it was kind of random that people are like, Seth is lost. I'm like, wait, when did he become lost?
Yeah, I think because Summer found her passion
thing.
with George and he's been so focused on kind of trying to be there for Summer. He deferred his going into RISD until she can go back.
Yeah.
And so now it's almost like he's getting punished for that.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's being pretentious as he would at these films. And Summer just wants him to be passionate about something. And because she knows she has passion. And so Seth seems lost, like you said. So she says, you know what? Why don't you make a film and prove that you can do one better? So Seth decides to make this kind of movie out of spite. He's in the backyard with two huge well floats that we saw in the beginning of the episode. And they're in the pool and he's kind of like scaling the scene. And he's like measuring the light. He has his camera on the tripod. Sandy is inside watching all this happen.
He's like, what is he doing?
Wondering what the hell he's doing. Ryan comes in from a run and he's so sore, in which Sandy is like, why didn't you just come to me first for advice? Because clearly you need it.
It's very cute.
Yeah. So they discuss saying I love you to Taylor and Ryan is scared and Sandy's like, good, you should be.
Yeah. And it's funny. Sandy's like, so it's because you haven't said I love you? Like he already knows.
He knows. And he's like, because saying I love you is the most powerful thing you can say to a person. And no matter how you feel, just be honest. Which I feel like Sandy's always telling Ryan, just be honest.
And if you're not, this is the same conversation he's had about 3 times with Ryan since he's been dating Taylor. You need to just tell her how you feel. If it's not what she wants to hear, that's okay. You just need to explain to her that that is how you feel. This is the 3rd time.
I know. But then Ryan, he takes the advice and then he tells Sandy what Seth is doing. He's making a film called 6 Hours in the Pool. So Seth shows Summer the satire of the film and she's not impressed. She's ticked because she thought this was lazy and he didn't do anything meaningful. So Seth decides he's going to follow Ryan around and film him. So we see Seth filming Ryan's face, narrating how Ryan Atwood, his face portrays no emotion. What is Ryan rapping? How does it feel to have Dean Hess's sloppy seconds?
Yes, I had that quote.
And he says, well, you might as well have told her that you love her after he hears what Ryan got her for her birthday. So Ryan goes, okay. So as we know, Taylor had a plan to loosen up Ryan. She makes dinner for Ryan. She serves him a lot of wine, in which Ryan's like, I don't even drink wine.
Yeah, he's like, it's not my favorite.
Right, but Taylor insists that the wine goes with the meal, so Ryan's not going to insult. Because I feel like when anyone brings kind of like a, kind of like a classy way of eating or a classy literature or anything like that, he's not going to question it. So he's like, oh, okay. Taylor ends up getting very drunk, and Ryan brings her to bed. She confesses that if I can't get you drunk, you won't tell me you love me. And then she fake sleeps.
This part I enjoyed more than the rest.
Because it was comical
because it was
and
comical
real.
and more genuine. And even Ryan's reaction to Taylor saying, oh, you won't tell me you love me if you're not drunk. And he's like, Taylor.
Right.
Like, he knows how she is.
Yeah.
And then the part where she's pretending to sleep, I just loved him. He's like, are you pretending? Like, he knows her. Are you pretending to sleep? So then I'll just whisper that I love you. And she's like, yeah. It's just funny.
I know.
But also then he looks at her and he says, I love you.
Yeah, because she's like, well, it's very hard to determine what your hand squeezes mean.
Yes.
And so he says,
And
I
they're
love
joking. It was cute.
Very cute. And then she goes, she can't believe that he said this and that now we can go to Berkeley together.
Yeah.
And falls
you
asleep.
ruined it. You ruined it, girl. It
fall-
was cute.
Right.
She ruined it.
She falls asleep. Ryan sees the Berkeley letter on her desk. So back to the filming, because Ryan is telling Seth this story. Seth is like, wow, so this means Berkeley together 4 more years.
And Ryan's like, 4 more years.
Yeah. So while Seth is filming Ryan, Summer is nursing Taylor's hangover. Taylor says that she ended up playing a drinking game where she says drink and they drank.
And they drank.
Right. It's an effective game.
Exactly.
And she ended up on the coffee table singing Part of Your World.
Great song.
So funny. I wish we could have saw that.
Right? I wish that we could have.
She also thinks that maybe Ryan said I love you, but doesn't remember. And she's not sure if she mentioned Berkeley.
Yeah, which he did and you did.
Right. And so then Julie enters the kitchen and she goes, oh, by the way, I gave the mailman your Berkeley letter. And so Taylor, it comes back to her like, oh, shit. She runs out, pleads with the mailman, gives this amazing speech to him, convinces him she gets the letter back.
Yeah.
So before the party, Frank stops by to see Ryan on his run because Ryan helps him figure things out. So it's like father, like son.
Kind of cute.
Yeah. He needs advice on winning over a 15-year-old girl, and he makes a joke about getting a Porsche. But in all honesty, Ryan's like, just be patient.
Yeah. There's nothing else you can do. You can't push her on you. You can't make her like you any faster.
Right. He then tells Frank about the gift for Taylor, and Frank's like, my son, the romantic.
So sweet.
So all of this is getting in Ryan's head.
Yeah.
He thought this was just a sweet gift, but everyone's like, wow, that's like a really romantic gift.
But also, like, if you love her, why does it matter?
Right. Right.
I can't wait to hear questions and comments. I have a lot to say about this.
Yeah. So everyone's at the Mexican restaurant where Ryan works. This is
Fun.
where the party's
Hell
happening.
yeah.
Decorations are set up. Seth is filming. He has his camera ready. Summer is walking with Taylor to the party. She's asking if she should act surprised.
And Summer's like, but it's not a surprise party.
So she walks in. She acts surprised. And
I'm so surprised.
Sandy's like, wait, I didn't know it was a surprise party.
It's not.
Kirsten is sitting outside the party. Sandy joins her. And he suggests, like, listen, we can move if you want.
And
And
she's having a rough day.
I know. And Kirsten's like, I'm just worried about the boys. When they come home from college, I want them to come home to their house.
I get that.
I know.
But it will always be a house, a home.
A home.
Because the parents are there.
The family unit.
Yeah.
Right. Then Summer and Kirsten have a chat also outside, except this time
Which
it's
is
about
like nice,
Seth.
a nice, genuine mother sort of the boyfriend
Yes.
chat. We asked for it and it happened again.
I know, a follow-up kind of from
yeah,
last
I
week.
like that.
Yeah. And except this time Seth he sees the conversation
Yeah.
happening. He's filming it. And Summer just explains to Kirsten that she just wants Seth to have a passion and she's worried about him. And Kirsten's also worried, but she knows he'll find his way.
Yeah, he's passionate about things.
Yes.
He's passionate about comics and
Art,
Yakuza films, and he likes all that stuff. So like he will find it, and once he goes to school, it will help him even more
Right.
to find what he wants to do.
Right. Yeah, I know.
It's just if he's taking that year off, there's a lot that he could be doing soul searching wise to find out what it is. Like it doesn't have to be right this minute.
And I just feel that, again, he would have been in college right now. He stayed for you, Summer.
Stinks.
And I'm not saying that Summer should not do her thing because Seth stayed for her. But, like, he's going for art. I think he'll be okay.
He'll be okay. You'll both be okay. You'll figure it out.
Yeah. Anyway, inside during the party, Taylor is opening her gifts. She gets a green Destiny knife replica from Seth, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's an awesome gift.
She gets to Ryan's gift. She opens it, and it's a dictionary.
This hurts so much. Like, are you fucking kidding me, Ryan?
Seth is like, oh, red is a cool color. And Ryan's like, yeah, apparently it has more words than most.
Yeah, because it's a dictionary.
Right.
This was so awful. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to give her a dictionary? You can't just be like, yeah, I got you. Even like a gift card would be better than a dictionary. Like, what does that even mean?
You panic. When Ryan panics, it's really bad.
He is not good on his feet.
No. So Taylor runs out crying, and Ryan apologizes. They talk about Berkeley and that she needed to know how he felt about her. And she's like, I'm not crazy. You did say you loved me. And then she's like, if I told you about Berkeley beforehand, would you have said you loved me? Then there's a pause.
Why is there a pause?
Well, there's always a pause because now it's cake time.
Well,
So she goes back in for cake. They sing to her, and we're waiting for her to blow out the candles.
it takes her a while.
Yeah, but then she runs off.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's other drama at the party because Julie notices in the bathroom there's a picture of Frank hanging and says, this guy loves clown porn.
Oh, so good.
I know. She approaches Caitlin, and Caitlin's like, listen, we lost Dad, we lost Marissa, we lost Dr. Roberts, now the bullet. How long do you think Frank will last?
Right. Like, can it just be you and me for a little bit?
And fact of the matter is, he's not family. So
And he's basically living in our house.
can we chill?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So she leaves that conversation, and as Ryan is leaving the party to go chase after Taylor, Ryan sees Caitlin sitting outside, and he tells her that he will always be her brother.
So sweet.
I know, in a non-completely creepy way.
And it's not creepy. Not at all.
So Julie comes to get Caitlin. They talk, and they both tell Ryan that if you don't tell Taylor you love her, you're an idiot. I'm like, wow.
He did.
I know.
It's kind of like he needs to now tell her again and explain it better because you're
Right.
giving the mixed signals.
Right. So as we get to the end of the episode, Julie knows Caitlin is right. They talk about the situation. She's like, I'm going to slow it down. It can just be us. They decide to go get ice cream together.
Yeah.
Back at the Cohen, Seth shows Summer what he filmed of her talking to Kirsten.
Yeah, and she feels like really bad.
Yeah, and he's like, I get it, and I get what you're saying. Maybe I can be a critic. I love
Yeah,
movies.
Hey, it's a great idea.
Sure. They decide to head out, and they're going to rent Inconvenient Truth.
Yeah.
Ryan goes to see Taylor, and she's on the phone getting her cards read. Ryan brings her his gift, says, I love you. I don't want to lose you. Let's put it all on the table.
Yeah, like, whoa, buddy. We're now all of a sudden you're flipping the switch again. He's so intense there.
Right. Berkeley, Paris, Oxford, anything.
I mean, hey, I swooned. I was like, yes, Ryan's saying that to me.
Sure.
He's saying it to me. It's fine. But like 5 seconds ago, you weren't sure. It's
Right.
very confusing just to the audience. I can't even imagine how confused Taylor is.
Yeah.
So like, what, Ryan?
But as soon as this happens, the earthquake begins.
Oh my God, this was so intense.
So as the earthquake's beginning or taking place, we have Sandy and Kirsten. They're at the plaza still because Sandy was wrapping up the party.
Yeah.
Kirsten is on the ground,
This is so scary.
and Sandy covers her. We have Julie and Caitlin at the ice cream shop. They're in, and they get boarded up. They get shut in there. We have Seth and Summer in the Jeep, which filled with Taylor's presents because they're like, we'll take back her presents.
Yeah.
And a pole drops on
Yeah,
them,
that's so crazy.
and they get out of the car.
Luckily.
And then Ryan and Taylor in the bedroom, they drop to the floor, and a glass,
Like a, what's that called? Like a china cabinet?
is about
falls,
to fall
Like falls on them.
on Ryan. And at this point, all of the men are covering.
Their
Yeah.
prospective ladies. Which
And that's
is
how that ends.
So sweet. And I had so many emotions.
Yes.
I just kept crying and crying.
I know.
And like ugly Kim Kardashian crying.
Same.
Like I couldn't control myself. And I'm like, why all of a sudden is this happening to me? And then I'm thinking about, oh shit, like next week, like we have to keep going into this. It's not going to magically disappear.
No.
So
And-
it's very heavy.
And seeing any destruction in the
Yeah.
beginning
Oh,
to our
it's
pool
awful.
house, to that household is so, it just means the end the end is coming.
Yeah, and it was really hard to watch.
Yeah. But we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with all of your questions and comments.
Yay.
Boom. Welcome back from break. We're going to get into your questions and comments, but first we're going to start with our girl Tish, our trivia correspondent, with her tea at Tish_Dominique124 on Instagram. Mark Fish plays the mailman in this episode, and he also helped write 318.
I was going to say his name sounds very familiar.
Yeah. Although Taylor's hospital bracelet says her birthday is in July, this episode takes place in February.
Oh.
It's speculated that Taylor's birthday is February 23rd.
Wait, what? That's so confusing.
So sloppy.
Okay, so then I really am in my feelings about this because it's only been like 2 months.
Yeah. She says, I found the majority of this episode to be a bit frustrating. Yes. I understand that this episode wouldn't have happened if the characters would have just communicated to begin with, but literally just talking to the person could have solved everything in this episode.
Yeah.
Caitlin should have just talked to Julie to begin with, but I get it. She also says she found Taylor to be annoying in this episode. Rather than tricking Ryan into saying, I love you, she would have just recommended that he be honest. Like, hey, I got into Berkeley, applied way before we were a thing. What do you think about our future?
Yeah. Like, let's talk like adults.
Well, that's asking a lot.
Of course.
She says, I really do love when Ryan and Caitlin talk, and he said he will always be a brother to her. That was really sweet.
Yeah,
I almost cried.
Me too.
I can't believe we only have 2 more episodes. Even though I knew the earthquake was coming, it felt so sudden.
Yeah.
I know. Thank you, Tish. Mike at Del_Vasto. He says, the clown porn reminds me of Monica thinking Chandler likes shark porn. He says, I can understand Caitlin's reasoning for her actions. Julie and Frank have moved pretty fast, and it's only been 3 or 4 months since we had Julie back from being lost in grief.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to have Julie and Caitlin time. She keeps going from guy to guy. Single Julie, this is much needed. # Team Julie.
Yes. Thank you.
Couple of questions. If the 2 of you had to make a short film, what would you do it on? So, Mike, this made me LOL because I've made many short films.
Yeah, Michelle's had lots of little projects.
In college, I had to make one, and I made it on Uno because our friend group was obsessed with the game Uno.
Yeah.
And I made this film. It was silent. And with my 2 guy friends, Andrew and Nick, I had close-ups of them sweating, playing this very intense game of Uno. And then at the same time, they got Uno, which I guess because they were playing so fast. When you think about it, it's like, how can you get Uno at the same time?
Right.
Because I've had that question. But it's like they were playing so fast that they kept putting the cards down so fast.
Right. And so they both had Uno at the same time.
And then that was the only sound in the film. They yelled Uno. Ha 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 ha.
Do you have that still?
I don't. I wish I did.
Because that would be funny to post for our patrons.
I made another short film on Edgar Allan Poe's The Telltale Heart, and I did it with my ex-boyfriend. That was brings back such memories. I have that one though.
We're probably not going to post that.
No, I'm not going to post that. And then I used to make little stop motion films. So
yeah,
Liz,
I can't say I have any of those in my past. What I would make a short film on, I don't know. But you know what's funny? Now that TikTok is such a huge thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like all these short films
Yeah.
in one very quick video. But my brother-in-law's sister sent me a video of this guy on TikTok who works at Cold Stone. Have you seen this? Mm-mm. It's almost as funny as like the Reddit post, not the Reddit, like the BuzzFeed article, I used to work at Cold Stone. This guy, he works at Cold Stone still, and he's like, this is how you make cheesecake ice cream. And like the way he does, it's so funny, and like it just brought me right back because I don't know if most of you guys know that I used to work at Cold Stone like 10 plus years ago. So it just brought me back. I think it would be funny if I like still worked at Cold Stone to do something like that. Like that was very creative on his part.
that would be right.
Yeah, it's just so entertaining. And he's like, this is how I do the ice cream. And he's like mixing it and like doing a dance, and then he's like chopping it. It just was like really.
Is that how you used to make it? With the dance and everything?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Exactly. And then they put the tip in the jar. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not singing for you. Yeah, good times.
He asked if either of you ever felt an earthquake. He says, I felt 2 tiny ones when he was little, but they were barely anything.
We had one.
Yeah.
This was like 6 years ago, maybe, something like that. And it felt just kind of like, for like 1 second that I can remember, it was just like a shake.
When we were on vacation in Costa Rica, we experienced an earthquake, and my whole family woke up in the hotel room because the lamp fell. I woke up to my dad turning on the light because I'm like, why the hell did you just turn on the light? And he's like, there was just an earthquake.
You didn't even feel it at all?
I'm kind of glad I didn't feel that.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah. Ooh. Vic at Muse Chick. Spitzy's wife looks like she'd be friends with Holly and her 6-pack pack.
Probably is.
Yeah, taking a baby to a restaurant and sit them a few tables beside you is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Speaking of ridiculous, Caitlin is acting so childish.
Yes. I felt that way in the beginning, but then towards the end, I was like, I understand.
Yeah. She agrees with us how she wished she saw Taylor and Ryan play that drinking game.
Yeah.
Thought it was so sweet when Ryan was smiling and laughing at Taylor that he just stops, brushes her bangs aside, and tells her he loves her. Mm-hmm. Her reaction was priceless. Loves the Cooper woman support the relationship of Ryan and Taylor.
Yes. I was thinking that too. Like, you do you, Ryan. The past is in the past. Like, you've obviously moved on, and that's okay, and that's great.
Right. Regarding the earthquakes, she's been through a few, not dangerous as that, but I don't get why they didn't just have Ryan and Taylor go into a doorway.
Oh, yeah.
That's
See,
what
like,
to do.
I guess, but like things that us, like New Yorkers, that don't have to deal with earthquakes,
yeah, but
I
they're
would
from
never,
California.
right? I would never think to do that.
Right, but she said that then we wouldn't have drama.
Right, of course.
I mean, still, but
Yeah. Well, California, they have a lot of earthquakes.
Yeah. So some questions. Do you think if Taylor would have mentioned Berkeley to Ryan, he would have still reacted the same, or should she have just waited to talk to him about it once they were dating longer?
Well, she would have had to give her okay and acceptance and the scholarship pretty soon. Like, they don't wait for that stuff.
Right.
So I think she probably should have just, like, as we said before, like Tish said, let's just bring it up in conversation. Like, hey, I applied to Berkeley a while ago. I'm thinking about going there in the fall, if that's cool with you, being that we're, like, together, and, like, maybe we'll see where this goes. And I'm trying to wrap my head around this whole Ryan situation. So the whole episode, now I'm getting into this in-depth conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know if people have more questions and comments in regards to the I love you.
Well, okay, Alicia,
I don't mean to just skip around if it's confusing.
No.
Okay.
Alicia had a similar question, which fits into this vein. I also am going to read her, after we finish this question, but I want to read, she sent in her psychic story.
Oh, fun.
But I'm talking about Alicia at AW315. She wants to know, how do you think Taylor tried to get Ryan to say he loves her? Do you think he really does as much as Marissa? So I think that's where you're going.
That's what my question is, and I wrote it in my notes. Do you think Ryan loves Taylor, or was he, like, coerced into telling her that? Because we start the episode where Taylor's like, I want Ryan to say I love you. Regardless if he feels it, she wants him to say it. And so then Summer is fishing, and then pretty much tells Ryan, like, yeah, Taylor wants you to say I love you for her birthday. Like, that's her gift. That's what she wants. And so then he finds out that, and then Taylor drunkenly says, you're never going to tell me you love me if you're not drunk. And so then Ryan plays it off like, haha, but also I do love you. So in that moment, I'm like, but does he?
I think the way he said it was
It was genuine. It was so genuine. Like, he knew it. The way he said it, there was no hesitation. But then what I don't understand is, why is there hesitation if you love her, you don't just love someone and then be like, yeah, well, in like another month, I don't know where it's going to go. Like, you love that person.
Right.
So what's the difference if you're both going to Berkeley? I get she's intense and she did it. The way she presented it was like, I applied there because you're going there and we love each other and we're going to spend forever together. Crazy.
Well, I think that also it's another thing of a little bit of scared, and will I lose this person?
Yeah.
Marissa died.
Yes.
I think it might go back to that. It's just it's just proceeding with caution and being more hesitant.
It is.
I mean, hey, listen.
I guess.
He wanted Sadie to go to Berkeley with him.
I know.
And Sadie, you're just a nice guy. Keep in touch. So, I can't forget that.
I was thinking that too. Like, oh, wait, he and Sadie were going to like move in together. And that was so quick.
Yeah.
He didn't say I love you then.
No.
So what's wrong with this? I think because Taylor is an intense person and they kind of just intensely started dating. And
also maybe he actually
has a lot of like, she's a very high.
Hey.
He gives zero fucks.
No, but maybe with, what was I going to say? You were saying something and I interrupted you and then Liam interrupted us.
That's okay. Same. I forgot what I was going to say. I think because Taylor is so intense, their relationship has always been so intense that
these cats, I wonder if this is being picked up.
It generally doesn't. And like, I think that it does.
A little bit. You can hear Sully a little bit. She has a lot to say about Taylor and Ryan tonight. Who's your favorite, Sully?
But you were saying that like it's a scared thing.
Right. Okay. So maybe he actually does love her and he's afraid to proceed with caution. Like, oh my God, I've never felt these feelings before.
Yeah, like maybe they're more intense because it's a different, he's loving her in a different way than he loved Marissa.
He was constantly saving Marissa. Marissa was constantly saving him. They were younger, high school.
Yeah, it was always like the drama of it all and can we be together, but are we not good for each other? And they pretty much were like, I don't know, maybe equally off than they were on. Like they were in a relationship equally as much as they were friends on the show, which I liked.
Me too.
Taylor and Ryan, though, like, not friends ever. So we're pretty much just going into this like, yeah, this is a romantic relationship. And Taylor they're just very different and obviously express themselves completely
and
different.
You know what? I believe you can love multiple people.
Totally.
I love them
too.
for different reasons. Yeah. And do I think he loves her like he loved Marissa? No, because it's a totally different relationship.
Different. Like there's no way you can compare those two relationships.
And even if you look into your own life, like all of my exes, there's not many, but I love them for different reasons.
Yeah.
And we could have ended not the best, but I love them because of a moment in my life that I grew as a person because of them. So you do. There's a part that you always love a certain part of ex loves.
I feel like Taylor is a challenge.
She is.
Even though Marissa was a challenge in itself, but in a different way.
So different.
Like their relationship wasn't a challenge, but they had challenges where like Taylor and Ryan's relationship is more challenging because they're older and they're way more different than he was with Marissa, like personality wise and hobbies and likes and things like that. So I think that this relationship is just an intense older relationship. And like, who's to say in the next couple of years, he's not going to have an even more intense older relationship. Right. Like the more you grow as a person and in age, your relationship becomes more intense because you're getting into more serious things. And so like Mariah and Marissa, like what was the serious thing they had to deal with besides obviously the big things that happened, but not like life step seriousness.
You guys were in high school.
So like, yeah, you dealt with high school things and really sad
family
things.
Drama stuff.
Yeah, that shouldn't have happened to you at such a young age. But Taylor and Ryan, it's like, okay, we're older now. Are we progressing in the way we should be? So it's just different.
Circling back to the second part of that question, do you think a couple should talk about going to college together?
Yes.
She thinks that if you're together, I would assume you would want to go to college together unless you have completely different passions.
Not necessarily.
No.
I don't think. Ideally, like the best situation would be like, yeah, you're in the same town, but you're in different schools. Or like, you know, half hour away, ideally, or even an hour away. Not that bad. Like my sister and her husband, they went to colleges pretty much like an hour. Like he lives in the city and she was outside the city, maybe 45 minutes. And I mean, they were together on the weekends. They kept a relationship alive. They've been together for like 10 years at this point now, obviously. But Like, you want your own space too. I wouldn't want to be like always with my partner.
No.
In school.
And it's kind of how Seth and Summer.
Yeah.
Same state, close by. And even their whole back and forth with the college situation, it frustrated us. But looking back, that made more sense.
Yeah, and this is their
just,
relationship is way more relatable.
And also, we've seen them grow, so we have more stock in them.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vic.
Yes, thank you.
Jess at Mrs. Boquist. Frank's height and weight is listed as 6'4" and 3/4 and 185 pounds.
He's 6'4"? Wow.
That's what it's
he doesn't
listed
seem
as.
that tall.
The movie Ryan and Taylor are watching is The Hunchback of Notre Dame, featuring Charles Lawton and Maureen O'Hara. It's based on Victor Hugo's novel by the same name.
Yes.
I feel like Ryan is sort of damned if he does, damned if he doesn't in this episode.
Yes, Jess. Yes.
Unpopular opinion. I know Frank has a history of being a bad guy in the past, but the Frank we known in season 4, other than lying about being sick in order to meet Ryan, has mostly been good.
Yes, and that's why we're torn with feeling that way.
Yeah. While he wasn't Caitlin's first choice and a potential stepdad, I don't think it's right for her to be so nasty to him.
No, it's not.
She says, six-pack my ass. I commiserate with Molly the Mammoth.
Yeah. I mean, you can have a 6-pack and be pregnant at the same time. It's just you have a pregnant belly. So you don't see the definition.
Right. It's
until
just
it
like
gets
a
flat
little
again.
hidden.
Yeah.
Alicia, I mentioned before that I wanted to read her psychic story that she sent to us. She says that she's been to a psychic once many years ago in Salem, Massachusetts.
Ooh.
I was with my ex at the time who was sitting with me. The psychic said I was going to go through something very big and then I thought I wouldn't be able to get through it. And a few months later, I was in the midst of a divorce.
Oh.
All turned out fine. He talked about how I help people more than I think, and she says I'm a teacher and was coaching at the time. He also said I was going to have 2 or 3 kids, and I have 2, a boy and a girl, which he predicted in that correct order.
Wow.
I have chills. And he said some things about what they will be like, so we shall see. Also says I also live with my brother-in-law since he's been 16. My husband's mom passed away, so he's always lived with us. So he could be the 3rd child, and it fits the information that the psychic gave me.
Oh, that's such a sweet, view on that.
Yes.
I love that.
I know. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, thank you for sharing.
It's really cool. Okay. Thank you, Alicia. Moving on to our emails.
Woohoo!
Jillian, Ryan having trouble saying I love you was good the first time.
Yes.
It was only okay this time. Taylor annoyed me. Marissa played it cool and hard to get while Taylor was going overboard with ploys and antiquated ideas about how the man has to say it first instead of letting it be natural or taking initiative.
Yes, Jillian. I wholeheartedly, this is what I've been wanting to say but haven't thought of the words, and that's exactly right. Why couldn't you just say, hey, I love you? Right. Do you feel it too? If not, cool, whatever. Right. But she can never play it cool.
She says, I love Seth and Summer's storyline this episode. Seth was too complacent. The movie was an excellent stand-in for the real issue. Surprised Seth didn't try to resurrect Atomic County like in the season opener.
Yeah. Would have been cool.
The Caitlyn storyline was successfully funny and over-the-top heartfelt. Her speech to Julie about all they lost was effective, and then her talk with Ryan made me cry. I love that Julie heard Caitlyn, and by proxy that she heard Marissa when she criticized Julie for not listening. That's what we call character growth.
Yes.
Thank you, Jillian.
Yeah, great points. And yes, the first time Ryan said, thank you, okay, you're 16, fine. But now you're a little bit older. You should kind of know how you feel about it at this point.
Again, it's just different. And the way Marissa, she just she said, played it cool. She's like, okay.
Oh, okay.
And then she said thank you when he said it.
Yeah.
Cute.
Just
different personality. I don't know. Lexi, Ryan working out. More of it, please.
Yes.
Also, when we see that Frank likes to run and that he gets that from his dad, Ryan gets it from his dad, she said that she liked that they included that exchange.
Yeah, sweet.
Seth filming the pool was funny, but they built this whole plot story to not even show us a sentimental or cool movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Lexi liked the earthquake and thought it was so needed to make some big drama in this show.
Yeah, and big changes from now on.
Yeah. Lexi's thoughts on Ryan saying, I love you. Him finally expressing himself causes an earthquake, but he's finally able to love again, and it's really sweet. I love his genuine laugh and smile, and the whole interaction with Taylor being drunk was so funny.
Yes.
I also like that they made Ryan second guess himself. It's relatable and honestly in true Ryan Atwood fashion.
Yes, this is true.
The second I love you scene made me cry. When Ryan says, let's put it all on the table, is one of the most beautiful scenes in this whole show. And that's from someone who would take Marissa back in a second.
Wow.
I know.
I can agree to that. I feel like as much as we have these couples, I feel like on this show, and this is just my humble opinion, there isn't, besides like the coffee cart and Spider-Man kiss and like Kirsten and Sandy all the time, there isn't like these like epic romantic gestures or like, yes, I love you, like I'm crying in the rain, One Tree Hill.
Why do we need that though?
No, I know. You know what I mean? Like Ryan saying that, it was like to me, like, okay. He's like, again, he's saying that to me. He loves me. And I'm swooning because it's so rare for him to say something like that.
Yeah. I think, I accept Ryan and Taylor. As the more I watch, I'm like, they're just not my couple. They're not. And we've said it. And the more and more I talk about this, the more and more I'm watching, because I'm just noticing how I'm reacting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. It's not my.
Right.
I don't love, not that I don't love them together. I think I'm just neutral to I accept it.
I accept it too. But are they my favorite? No. And when I came into watching the show for the second time, I thought that this was going to be my ship. No, not even close.
Yeah.
Sandy and Kirsten, I think, are my ship.
Yeah. She says, can Holly go to the island? We don't need her to move the plot. So bye, girl.
Yeah, they've really used her 3 or 4 times in this season where we haven't seen her since season 1.
I know. Which that's fun for that.
Which is strange,
actress.
but yeah.
And then she says, this is unrelated to this storyline, but Marissa needed a funeral. Sorry, but even Caleb got one. Come on. I know she had one, but they didn't show it. It could have been a flashback or something quick, but she deserved a funeral with Hallelujah playing in the background. It would have destroyed me.
It would have
I don't think I
killed me.
Could have watched that.
No. Either it would have been worse if like they didn't show her die and then we just had a funeral or something. But just beautifully seeing her die. Sorry, guys. You know, we love the way she died.
Yes, I love that storyline. Yeah. I respect it.
I don't think it was necessary to kill your audience even more seeing them bury her, especially Julie or Caitlin, Ryan, Summer. These people.
I can't do it.
No, like they would not be functioning.
Yeah.
And so therefore I am not functioning.
Right. I mean, I cried during Johnny's surf funeral.
Yeah.
That was so beautiful.
Yes.
I couldn't do Marissa's. I could not do it.
Caleb's funeral, I remember being sort of comical. No? Am I thinking of something?
Kirsten was drunk.
Oh, no, never mind. I'm thinking
Caleb,
of something.
I cried too.
Yeah, I'm thinking of something completely different. No, that was really freaking sad.
Yeah. But I hear what you're saying, Lex. Like, I totally hear what you're saying. I just know I couldn't do it.
Yeah, selfishly, we don't want to watch her.
Yeah. Thank you, Lexi. Lisa, she says, I'm not a fan of this episode. The last 2 episodes have reminded me why I'm not a huge fan of Taylor. She's very manipulative. While she doesn't manipulate maliciously, it's not the character trait I'm particularly fond of. 1, I'm with Liz. It's way too early to expect Ryan to say I love you, as we discussed in this episode. 2, we couldn't have a time jump for the birthday or Kiki would be very pregnant. So I think this is just an error with the date.
Yes, very much so.
3, it's not okay to intentionally try to get someone drunk so you can get them to do or say something.
Right. And so when you're drunk, the truth comes out even more. So, girl, you were probably playing with fire. What if he got drunk and was like, you know what? I don't really think I don't know how I feel.
I think I want to break up.
That's the honest truth. Right.
Right.
And that, it could have been a disaster.
Yeah. She says, I liked Summer giving Ryan the heads up on what Taylor wanted for her birthday.
Yeah.
Shows the bond between Summer and Ryan.
Yeah, because he really could have been blind. He was blindsided. Like, oh shit, she wants me to say I love you for her birthday. Like, he had no idea that was coming.
Right. She says, I also like that she was trying to get Seth excited about something, but I think if she had just told him that, it wouldn't have meant more than him having to overhear it.
Yeah. Like, we didn't need to make him do this elaborate short film.
Yeah. She then says she moved up on Patreon. So welcome, girl. We're so glad to have you. And she's making her way through Trio Talk.
Oh, bless your heart.
Ooh. Enjoy. But that's all we have for our questions and comments.
Thank you, everyone.
Music in this episode, we have Block Party, I Am Jen, Rogue Wave, Damien Dorado, and Fredo Viola. Fredo. Viola?
Okay.
Smile counter.
You know, I was a bad girl and I didn't keep track this episode.
That's okay. I had 6. Vic counted 10, included when he was laughing, and smiles when he showed teeth. So totally fine.
He had the scene where he does tell Taylor he loves her, does have the giggles and does smile.
Yeah. Right.
That scene I can remember for sure he smiled in, but the rest...
Totally fine. Some fashion?
I have Seth's gray button down.
Yes. I like
that.
I like Taylor's lace top.
I liked Ryan's gray long sleeve shirt.
Mm-hmm. Taylor had a blue top that I really liked.
Julie's blue halter.
Yes.
Friggin' love that.
I like Taylor's pink robe.
Ryan's black button down for their date night.
Mm-hmm.
And Julie's black off the shoulder shirt.
Julie.
She's always
a stunner.
Smoke show.
All right, some quotes.
This is a really good croissant.
Ryan talking about his feelings. Now that would be an earth-shattering event.
I'm going to seriously never stop barfing.
Do you see this about earthquake weather? You know, it's kind of a voodoo science that lets politicians deny global warming.
Hey, hoes, come here.
You think they'd let me join the six-pack pack? I'm doing my sit-ups.
The people in Newport are awful.
Taylor, are you pretending to go to sleep thinking I'll tell you I love you while you're unconscious?
I had that too. I loved it. And where would she get her hands on clown porn?
Taylor Townsend, the fast-talking Eve Harrington who melted Ryan's heart.
After you have that thing, we should totally go out.
Look, Frank, I get that men have urges, and I imagine prison is one of those places where those urges get twisted, but I've never heard of clown porn.
Oh, it's the Atwood genes. We are made to sustain massive amounts of alcohol. And tell me, Ryan, how does it feel to get Dean Hess's sloppy seconds?
So good. Do you have more?
I have a Taylorism.
Taylor.
Ah, that Taylor.
All right. What is your Taylorism?
Sometimes he grabs my hand, squeezes it for no reason. What else could that mean?
My Taylorism was the speech to the mailman.
Kind of need it back.
Ma'am, once the letter goes in the pouch, it's the property of the federal government.
Okay. And I totally understand that, but if you take that letter, I am going to lose my place at Berkeley and the chance to be with the man I love and who I think loves me. And 15 years from now, when he is trapped in a loveless marriage and I have become a cold, hard ice queen for whom love is no more than a distant memory, it will come down to the fact that on this morning, which coincidentally happens to be my birthday, you obey the letter of the law at the expense of simple human charity.
Vic's Taylorism was, sometimes I just want to grab him and tie him to a chair and shoot him full of sodium pentanol and see what spills out.
I almost had that one too.
And Jess, you going off to Berkeley, me going whichever way the wind blows. It's funny. MVP and shittiest.
Struggle bus.
Okay.
So struggled during this.
To be honest with you.
You don't have any?
I don't have any.
I have my instant reaction, but also like my shittiest, I take it back. But I'll tell you who my MVP is, I guess. Do you want to 3, 2, 1 it, or you want me to just tell you who I picked?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1 it.
Okay, ready? 3,
2, 1, Sandy.
Okay,
fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic.
All of the kids had kind of like one little part where I was like, you're not my MVP, Sandy. Hey, let me pick up the bill. Let me give you some advice. Let me get that 6-pack club. Just
we can move.
Adorable. We can move whatever you want. These people are awful. Fuck them. Let's go. Yeah, I enjoyed him.
Yeah. So Jillian chose Julie.
Okay.
Because she took Caitlin in stride and accepted Caitlin's feedback. Lisa chose Julie as well. Vic chose Ryan because even though he had his moments, he still admitted how he felt and was willing to go anywhere with Taylor.
Yeah, I almost gave it to him, but then there's so much the back and forth where I was like, oh, come on, Ryan, like figure it out kind of thing.
Right. And Jess also chose Ryan for throwing Taylor a party and giving her a romantic gift.
Yes.
And then coming up, being able to put his feelings out there. He's grown so much in 4 seasons. It's very true. These are all valid reasons.
He has grown in the emotional aspect of his.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Like the expressiveness, like it's getting there.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that.
It's hard because the shittiest, right? My excuse for everyone is like, well, that's just their character trait. That's just who they are.
Right. Like Seth, he
wasn't shitty.
He wasn't shitty, but like I didn't necessarily enjoy the
but
stuff. And
I feel like he didn't.
Summer with the pushing again didn't really.
Do you have a shitty? Because everyone else has their shitties.
I have. Do you want me to just tell you?
Sure.
It's Caitlin, but also I don't want it to be Caitlin because I said I understand her, so I kind of take it back.
Right. So Jess chose Caitlin because how she treated Frank and Julie.
Right, like she doesn't have to treat Frank that way, but I understand her motive.
Right. Vic chose Caitlin also because of the whole mugshot situation with the clown porn.
Yeah.
Lisa chose Taylor.
Yeah, I almost went there too. Like the pushing.
And Jillian chose Taylor. She put way too much pressure on Ryan to say I love you and telling him she wanted to go to Berkeley together after a few months of dating. I love you is a far cry from let's go to my dream school that you would hate together.
Yeah, I agree.
The thing is like, I think because of Taylor, it didn't surprise me to do something like this. It didn't
surprise me either, but I still didn't enjoy watching it.
Yeah. Caitlin is reacting and everything she gave in the explanation of everybody leaves, look who we've lost. I'm mad. I'm acting out. And Julie, here you go. You were sleeping with the tennis instructor, sleeping with your other instructor. I mean, that's like a lot on the kid.
Yeah, and it's funny because watching it, I never, as much as I put her as my shittiest, I never felt like, oh, come on, Caitlin.
No, same.
Like, I wasn't annoyed with it. I was just like, oh, your actions are kind of shitty. So that's why I picked her.
Right.
But also, like, when I think about my emotions and what riled me up, the Taylor stuff riled me up more.
Right. I agree.
So I had to give it to her, but not really.
Yeah. All righty. Time for Patron of the Week?
Yeah, Patron of the Week. Sully's ready for Patron of the Week.
So excited.
She's so excited.
It's Patron of the Week. 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 Who will it be? It's Patron of the Week.
This week, I chose a brand new patron to the network. She has been sending us email after email each week for 3 Gossip Girls podcast. If you don't know, we have a Gossip Girl podcast. You should go check it out if you're a fan of that show. Her name is Angelina.
I
wanted to say welcome to the network. We are so happy. You have definitely made a presence and graced us like the angel Angelina that you are.
I see what you did there.
The angel Angelina. I'm like making this gesture of my arms above my head. I wish you could see it at the moment. But we just wanted to say again, thank you so much for joining us. Your feedback is like literally heaven sent. Like everything you say, it's a great perspective. We love hearing from you. So keep it up because it's great.
Thank you, Angelina. We're so happy and excited to have you here.
Yes.
All right. Holy crap. Holy crap. It's the haiku.
It's the penultimate episode. What?
Wait, so sweet.
I'm sorry if you couldn't understand because the heart is in my face. It's just something else. I don't know how I feel so indifferent.
Me too.
Like I feel happy, but also I feel like sad, and also
it almost
I know
doesn't
it's
feel
a heavy
real.
Episode, yeah.
Okay, so here's your haiku for season 4, episode 15. The night moves.
Moves.
Okay. Right after the quake, people are stranded and hurt. Now more than ever.
Oh, I know. I don't remember exactly what happens. I know people don't die, so that's good. Like our core peeps don't die.
We get some touching moments.
But I'm sure we do. From what I can remember, what can I assume that one of our couples, something had to have hurt, right? Because you can't have them all go unscathed where something has not, injured one of them. Obviously, I'm hopeful it's not Kirsten because that would be awful. I mean, obviously, from what I sort of remember, I feel like it's for like it's Ryan and Taylor, that would make most sense to me because Seth and Summer got out of the car and the whole china cabinet fell on them, so that was not good. But again, no one dies, guys, so don't worry. I could be completely wrong with that. People are stranded. I know Julie and Caitlin are together, so it's like all the couples are kind of together, so everyone's with their prospective partner. So maybe there's like lots of talk of like what ifs and reminiscing on like but I love you because this is a really scary situation. Mm-hmm. Michelle's nodding her head. I think I'm on the sort of the right track. No, yeah. I hope we don't, selfishly for my emotions, I hope the entire episode is not strictly like, maybe we'll do like half the first half is let's recoup from the earthquake and get back. Michelle's like, not even close. And then like towards the end of the episode, it's like we're setting up for whatever's going to happen in the finale.
So I read ahead. Remember I told you I wasn't going to do this?
Yeah.
I read ahead for the finale. And as soon as I read it, I was like, it all came rushing back. And I was like, that's right.
That's
right. Okay. Now all my visions all make sense.
Yeah, I have no visions except for like 2 scenes that happen in the finale. I couldn't tell you what happens next week besides aftermath of earthquake.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
It's the aftermath.
It's sad.
Yeah. Yes.
Everything is destroyed. The Cohen's house.
Yeah.
Awful.
Right. Hard to predict in terms of details, but you're on the right track.
Thanks. I would hope so.
Yeah. So, guys, as you know, finale is coming. Penultimate is coming.
It's coming.
So if you're listening today, Saturday, and you're wondering, wow, can't believe I got this episode so early. Surprise. Tomorrow, Sunday, the 11th, we are recording the penultimate, 4:15. Yes. And we're recording with our friends Dom and Simon from the Mighty 90s podcast and the Ravens podcast. So if you finish this episode and then you're like, oh my God, let me watch and let me send my questions and comments, send to us right now.
Right this minute.
If it is Saturday the 10th. Because if it's after that, it's too late to get in for it.
We're just being honest at this point.
The finale is coming. And we'll be recording that on the 20th.
Yeah, we're recording our final episode on the 20th.
Final, season 4, episode 16, the finale on the 20th. So if you have questions and comments for that particular episode, get them in early.
Yeah, you guys have, from when we're recording this, a good 2 weeks.
Right. So email at Let's Talk OC if it's a lengthy email. If you want to send us an audio, a minute to a minute 30 is a good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Again, you can DM us on Instagram and all that, Twitter. We want to hear from you. Also want to make an announcement. On the 27th, which is a Tuesday, we're going to have a live stream party.
I'm so excited for this.
And look for the link on our Patreon page. It'll be public. So the thing about Patreon is all you have to do is go to ittakes3network.com and it's going to be accessible to the public.
Right. There are posts that are just for our patrons, and then there are posts that we make public so everyone, regardless if you're a patron or not, you can see this link.
But that's all we have for this week's recap of 414 The Shakeup. Stay tuned for After the Credits, where we go into After Dark. Maybe I'll tell Liz what I read.
Yeah. I would like to know,
regarding the finale, as it all came running back to me. And we have some questions and comments. So until then, we'll see you for 4:15, the penultimate, with Dom and Simon.
Yeah.
The Night Moves.
After dark. Let's talk OC.
All right. After dark.
After dark.
Yeah. I'm going to open up with Jillian.
Okay, cool.
She says, I'm so glad Taylor doesn't go to Berkeley.
Yeah, I could assume that.
It would be too much. I've come around to them as a couple, but I just don't believe that they're endgame. And I think that's how I feel, Jillian.
Yeah. They're a good couple for now.
Yeah.
Do I think that they are endgame? I don't know, but do I want them to be? No.
No. Thick. She says, I think more people would be on board with Ryan and Taylor if we had seen some moments of their dates and more episodes. I just think Ryan didn't want to feel anything after Marissa. When he finally let Taylor in, she opened him up. He did things out of his comfort zone. He smiles more and laughs, wrote a poem, gave a teddy, and he said, I love you 3 times, my heart.
Yeah.
I would have.
He needs to push a little bit.
Yeah. I would have loved to have seen double dates with them in Suthermore. Also, it would have been really nice if they went to England or Berkeley together. We could have seen their mature relationship in their 20s. I still think they end up together later after being apart, but that's just me.
Hey, I would love that if they grew as people.
Yeah.
Sure.
She says if they would have gone to school together, where would you have wanted to see them go? I honestly have no thoughts on that. That's such a awful answer.
But Ryan goes to Berkeley. No, he doesn't.
I think he... The thing is, there's a time jump.
I sort of remember that.
There's 6 months.
That's it?
And...
That's it? 6 months?
From the earthquake.
But that's it?
Well, no, there's multiple time jumps.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I was like, wait, no.
No, there's multiple...
Okay, so there's 6 months after the time jump, which is February, March, April, May, June, July.
Right.
Ish. Maybe August.
Right.
So the kid's getting ready to go to school? Like, go again?
Well, they put the earthquake majorly changed a lot of decisions.
Oh.
So things have been put off, delayed.
Even more so.
Correct.
Oy.
Yeah. Lexi, she says, one thing I can't get around is that Taylor is supposed to be the love of his life. In her eyes, she's not. She definitely saved him, but he does love her. But that World Series magic love went with Marissa. I know Ryan said bye to Marissa and has moved on, but it's just not there for me. I just needed an I love you exchange from Ryan and Marissa when she died. I have beef with the writers.
I don't think either of them are like Marissa or Taylor is like my perfect Ryan relationship. Obviously, there's no perfect relationship. What I mean perfect, obviously up and downs, disagreements, things like that make a true couple. I think Ryan's going to blossom in his 20s and 30s. Like, I foresee him to have this great love in his older age because now he's more mentally ready for that. Like, this Taylor thing, as much as I do enjoy them, it was really rushed. And also, he didn't know if he was supposed to feel anything for her because he was numb from the whole Marissa situation. Regardless of, like, we know that he did love her. So, I don't know. That's my humble opinion.
No, for me too. I think the writers gave us hope with Marissa, just to throw it in there.
Yeah.
I think maybe they could have worked later in life.
Yes.
I think at this point, I just enjoy watching Ryan and Marissa in earlier seasons versus watching Ryan and Taylor in season 4.
Yeah.
That's my humble opinion.
Season 4, Ryan and Taylor. It's harder now, this rewatch for me.
I'd rather watch Ryan and Marissa go back and forth in the earlier seasons, and maybe it's more nostalgia, or maybe, I don't know what it may be, because I love Marissa. I'd rather watch that than watch Ryan and Taylor. I will gladly watch Ryan and Taylor, but if I have to choose, what am I going to choose to watch? And I think that's what it comes down to. Instead of choosing ships, that's what I'd rather watch.
Yeah.
I get more of like, oh, Ryan and Marissa, you know, like even their stupid, like, who do you want me to be? You know, their stupid like jokes in the diner. Like, I don't know, more resonates with me more.
Yeah. I feel like you probably won't understand this reference because you've never watched Supernatural. But Jensen Ackles' character, Dean, and granted, I only watched 12 seasons of that show. So his persona is like, I don't need a woman. I'm good by myself. And there are people that come into his life here and there that he truly does feel for, but they never really last. And I feel like, for me, that's like how I picture Ryan's character, like in another world, obviously, that could have been his path. And then like I just said, 20s, 30s, he would find like, okay, no, this is the girl. This is the one.
I agree. I like
Yeah.
that path for him. And the thing is, these people...
Not that I don't wish no Marissa, no Taylor.
No,
but
I feel the same way. And hey, listen, Sandy and Kirsten met very early in college.
Yeah. Seth and Summer.
Seth and Summer have been together since high school. We don't have to have Ryan's endgame told for us.
We don't need it. It's okay if he's alone by the end of the show.
It's okay.
But they didn't.
You know,
again, I don't remember how next week and the finale goes as far as what happens with him and Taylor. I thought it was understood that, like, I don't remember the first time I watched it if I thought that they were together or not. The more we talk about it, the more I think they're not together.
in the finale.
In the finale, like that last, like, head nod to each other, like, hey. Either
Right.
it's like, hey, it's been a while, or like, hey, we're together.
Right.
I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not to rush it.
So, Will sent in the top 5 and bottom 5. Will? And when I read these to Aunt last night, I wish I recorded Aunt because I should have recorded Aunt's natural reaction. Because then afterwards I was like, can we reenact that? And it's not the same. So we did not. I didn't get it on film. I didn't get it on
It's
recording.
okay. I don't remember. Did I tell our listeners on Gossip Girl who he picked, or we saved it?
I think we saved it.
I think we saved it.
All right. So Will's top 5 of the series.
This is
Top
epic.
5 guys. Okay, 5 guys. Ryan, Anna, Sandy. So you're like, okay, what are they talking about? Caleb,
Okay.
Lindsay. Aunt was like, what?
I remember.
Why?
I will never forget when he sent that, and I literally in all caps said, "Lindsay, explain."
When he explained Lindsay, it says pure looks. Remember the episode where she wore that purple top all episode that was basically a bra? Kirsten found her and Ryan in the pool house making out to Journey. Formative moment in my upbringing. Also, she loves Brahms, and I think that she would have shown more if she didn't get shipped off in the Rainy Day Woman.
Yes.
No.
But
Listen, everyone can love who they love.
Of course.
But again, Aunt was like, he's like, she's so boring. She's cold white bread with cold butter on there. And then the butter doesn't even get rubbed in.
No,
Like
it
he went
doesn't.
on this whole
Chunks.
And I was like, well, I mean, bread with butter is good. He's like, no, man. He's like, it just doesn't spread.
Right, the even distribution of butter from corner
He's
to
like,
corner.
Lindsay's so lame. So lame. How can that be? He's like, even Caleb. I'm like, fine. I like
Yeah,
Caleb.
Caleb's a powerhouse.
He's like, but Lindsay.
I mean, definitely when you're attracted to someone,
Sure.
it helps them to get higher on the rankings, right?
Right. And I don't want to shit on your top
No,
5.
of course not.
He then says, I like but don't love, which I like this little tidbit because I feel I could like add people to this.
Yeah.
Seth, Summer, Marissa. These are our core 3.
Core 3.
So core 3 are in the like but not love.
3
and then,
out of 4 core are on the like but not love, but 1 is in the love.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And but in the love we have Lindsay. I just bottom, Bullet, Haley, Johnny, Volchuk, which Aunt was like,
Of course.
Oliver, all-time worst. I think these are actually pretty valid. I'm surprised to see Haley in there. Like to have such a bottom.
What's the reasoning for Haley to be a bottom character?
Yeah, we need to know why.
She's a little reckless in the beginning, but then she turns it around.
She's kind of fun.
She's so fun. Her and Boat Jimmy, man, probably one of my favorite ships on the whole show.
Boat Jimmy. Man, Boat Jimmy with the beard.
Oh, loved Boat Jimmy. He was he was the best Jimmy he could have possibly been at that point.
I feel like we talk about this every week, but we
Every
talk
week.
about like shitty fathers, shitty relationships. Julie did shitty things, which by the way, if y'all want some tea,
Oh, shit.
and if you're a listener, welcome. Our Instagram
People get heated over there.
blew up. This is after
Oh my
dark.
God.
It blew up last Friday. I posted a picture of, it's really Melinda Clark.
Yeah, just like a headshot
Posing.
thing.
It's one of a season 4 promos for the OC, and she's just her. And I just put like, Team Julie, we're Team Julie. And people sounded off about this. And I was like, wow, we have some passionate OC people. Very much just like for Julie's character and what she did, how she was a psychological mother who killed her daughter. I mean, really got into. So if y'all want some tea on this Saturday morning when you're listening to us, head over there.
Yeah, unless they've deleted it. That would be pretty sad.
If they did, I don't know. Again, I love seeing all the points. I was like, wow. I was like, it was just posting a nice picture of Melinda Clarke as Julie. But
yep.
Yeah, very passionate feelings on this. So, Will, we need to know, Haley, why.
Yeah, I need to know.
And that we always will, as I was to go back to it, like, we just love Jimmy. There's a part of us that always loved Jimmy.
Yeah, I can't put him on any of my lists.
It's because he's original. He's like part of the OC, so he's just one of those.
And like Tate, I just love him so much.
Right. Lindsay,
though.
I mean, the whole series. Lindsay was with us for a portion. And I guess Anna was too, but I feel like Anna definitely...
She made her
taught
mark.
Seth things. Like, there was a growth there. Lindsay, you forget about her.
Does Lindsay serve a purpose, Will? What's her purpose for the show?
You know, she's the looks.
I get that.
I mean, he said it's pure looks. So, I mean,
it's pure looks. Okay, so then I have to take it for that. It's pure look, and that's okay. I just don't agree. I disagree respectfully. Lindsay.
And Caleb. I kind of want to know why Caleb, too.
Caleb is like a really interesting character.
Caleb, again, classic OC.
When you think of the OC season 1, season 2, there he is.
People, I think, talked about that in the post, too, like how Caleb was a better husband to Julie, would have kept her in line.
I guess, in a weird way, because...
Not really.
Like, but that was another loveless marriage, so why do we have to do that?
Exactly.
No, she should be by herself. Raise your kid, and that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
Then the love comes later.
So...
Not that you shouldn't be happy, I'm not saying that. But, like, focus on your kid.
Yeah, and then... Right. Right. Yeah.
And then she ends up with Frank.
Yeah.
This is After Dark. I can say that.
She can. She does.
Yeah.
And, like, we have...
So I guess Caitlin gets over it.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, now it's, like, what I read. I'm not going to spoil it.
You're not going to tell me?
Okay, so she's engaged to get married to Bullet.
What the fuck?
And she's pregnant.
With Frank's baby, though.
And then Kirsten goes into labor, and it's supposed to be, and Julie's like, I can't do this, and Caitlin's like, can't do this. And then we get a flash forward. We jump again, and that's when we see the wedding.
Okay. What? I don't recall. Well, I know you said the Bullet obviously wasn't on the island, but I didn't expect in that capacity for him to be engaged to Julie. Why we did that? We did that. No. Mm-hmm. Why, Julie? Mm-hmm. It's because Caitlin loves him. You don't love him.
Well,
maybe
but it doesn't go through.
Obviously.
Right. Obviously.
Yeah.
So, what emoji should we use this week?
I was thinking like a house, but no, that's really sad.
Well, it is Taylor's birthday.
It is, so maybe a cake or a balloon.
Do a birthday cake. Seth made the movie about the whales.
A whale and a birthday cake?
A whale and a birthday cake. The floats in the pool.
Oh yeah, there are floats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so a birthday cake and a whale.
Sure.
It's like very cryptic. Read through the lines. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Like I said in the earlier part of the show, before the credits, send in your questions and comments before Sunday. That is tomorrow. If you're listening on Friday, send in before Sunday.
Right. Hey, patrons.
I'm looking at you. It's Friday. Send us your questions and comments for the night moves. We're going to have Dom and Simon on.
So excited.
They're such...
You guys are going to love them.
Fun guys. And if you haven't yet checked out, you should check out their podcast, The Mighty 90s and The Ravens. One Tree Hill podcast. I can't believe we're about to do the penultimate.
Yeah.
Holy moly. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Holy guac.